Time to do another episode of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. This will be episode 4. Absolutely loving this show. Let's go ahead and get into it, shall we?
And when Arthur Dent encounters Slotty Bardfast and learns that the whole history of mankind is run for the benefit of a few white mice, he is forced to resort to astonishment.
So, do we get to meet the mice on this episode? That's my question.
When we came to revive our cleaning staff, we discovered they'd been dead for 30,000 years.
Mice? Mice mean to me little white furry creatures with a cheese fixation and women standing screaming on tables in early...
Remember, I have been asleep inside this planet of Magnathea for 5 million years.
5 million years. Yeah, that's quite the time to be asleep.
A vast, hyper-intelligent, pan-dimensional beings.
But they cause all kind of problems here for being pan-dimensional beings. Just throwing that out there.
Wrong, it was us. We were experimenting on them, making them run down mazes.
Such subtlety. Well, how better to disguise their true natures? Suddenly running down the maze the wrong way, eating the wrong bit of cheese.
What in the world is that on his head?
Slotty Bardfast and the visiting Earth creature, please report to the works reception area.
Uh-oh, now they're getting paged to the principal's office.
There are, of course, many problems.
What in the world is that? I guess we're about to find out.
Many millions of years ago, a race of hyper-intelligent pan-dimensional beings became so fed up with they built themselves a stupendous supercomputer called Deep Thought. It started from first principles with, I think, therefore I am, and had...
Do not be alarmed.
Only after Deep Thought has been...
Moses and Aaron.
Your task, oh computer. Wait a minute. Did he say second greatest?
Myself as the second greatest, and such I am.
They are absolutely perplexed on why it calls itself the second greatest.
I speak of none but the computer that is to come after me.
The task we have designed you to perform to tell us life of the universe. Can you do it?
Yes, I can do it. Life, the universe, and everything. There is an answer.
We demand admission!
Now what?
Come on, you can't keep us out! We demand that you can't keep...
Uh-oh, what do we got going on here? Who are these cats?
And magic thighs.
And I demand that I am groom fondler.
Bro, they've got... What's wrong with their robes? They look dingy compared.
What we demand is solid facts.
No, we don't. That is precisely what we don't demand. We are most definitely here as representatives of the Amalgamated Union of Philosophers, Sages, Luminaries. Just let the machines get on with the adding up and we'll take care of the eternal verities. Thank you very much. If any machine actually goes and finds it, we're straight out of a job, aren't we? I mean...
Straight out of a job, aren't we? That seems to be the age-old concern. Something comes along and takes your job, makes you redundant.
We demand that that machine not be allowed to think about this problem.
My circuits are now irrevocably committed to calculating 7.5 million years.
So everybody be long dead by the time you figure out the answer to life.
Who better to capitalize on that media market than you yourself? And so long as you have clever agents, you can keep yourselves on the gravy train.
So basically, it's going to take 7.5 million years just so they can keep a job. All right.
Now, that's what I call thinking. Well, how come we never think of things like that?
Yes, very salutary, but what about the Earth and mice and things?
All will become clear to you.
So it projected those images into his head?
7.5 million years later.
Oh, so he's getting fed these images through that. Okay, so it's a projector, basically, but in his head projector. Looks like it's slightly run down.
75,000 generations since our ancestors set this program in motion. It's an awesome prospect.
Look, it's covered in cobwebs and all kind of dustiness. Uh-oh. Bring the house down.
Do you have you?
An answer.
Only took 7.5 million years to get it, though. Good Lord.
Yes,
And are you ready to give it to us?
I am.
Now?
Though I don't think you're going to like it. All right.
Was he going to take and give it? Or is that the answer? Nothing.
The answer to the great question is 42.
42. I'm at
42!
I'd be kind of indignant too. That's
You've never actually known what the question is. Yes, but what actually is it?
Just everything!
You have to know what the question actually is to know what the answer means. But I'll tell you who can. Computer that is to come after me. A computer which can calculate the answer to the ultimate question. And you yourselves shall take on new forms and go down into the computer, and it shall be called the Earth.
so the Earth was a supercomputer. Okay.
So there you have it.
And the Vogons destroyed it 5 minutes before the program was completed.
Yes, 10 million years of planning and work.
Because all my life, I've had this unaccountable feeling in my bones that something sinister.
Perhaps I'm old and tired, but I always think the chances of finding out what really is are so absurdly remote that, look at me, I designed coastlines. I got an award for Norway. In this replacement Earth we're doing, I've been given Africa to do, and of course I'm doing it with all...
So he does coastlines. He's doing Africa. He did Sweden. Won an award. Didn't, bro. This cat's job is a little bit different, to say the least.
Attention, please. Would Slatibot past and the visiting Earth creature
go.
please report at once to the reception area?
I seem to be having this tremendous difficulty with my lifestyle.
I beg your pardon?
Fatuous thing to say, really.
For instance, at the very moment that Arthur said,
I seem to be having this tremendous difficulty with my lifestyle.
carried his words far back in time across almost infinite reaches of space.
Oh, it's a samurai and a lizard person, or looks like a lizard. Who knows? That's definitely a samurai.
Table as the commander of the Vlahergs, resplendent in his red, challenged the vile creature to take back what it had said about his mother. And at that very moment, the words,
I seem to be having this tremendous difficulty with my lifestyle.
So him saying that drifted because of that wormhole. The heck?
and there was nothing for it but to fight terrible war.
So his words caused a war. Interesting.
It was realized the whole thing had been a ghastly mistake. Settled their few remaining differences. Thousands more years, the mighty ships tore across the empty wastes of space. The entire battle fleet was accidentally swallowed by a small dog.
What?
This sort of thing is going on all the time.
Arthur, you're safe.
Am I? Oh, good.
That's one log dinner table, ain't it? What a way to treat your guests.
Hi. Come in.
Could you imagine being stuck there with that fella and then being told that mice... Being told that mice are the ones that basically responsible for the Earth because it was all an experiment that ended before it should have, number one. But number two, now you're gonna have taken meat mice. Before that, we're gonna have food, and it looks like they've been having a grand old time while you've had something. Yeah, I'd be a little bit like, what's going on here?
Our minds in being generally weird, and are now giving us this amazingly keen meat.
Hosts? I don't see any hosts. Ugh! There are mice on the table.
Let me introduce you. This is Benji Mouse. Hi there!
Excuse me.
Yes, thank you, Slotty Bartfast. You may go. Well, in fact, that won't be necessary. I don't think we'll be needing the new Earth any longer. Thank you, Slotty Bartfast. That will be all.
Yes, thank you very much.
Now to business!
Oh, yeah. To business.
To business? We have, as you know, been running your planet for the last 10 million years in order to find this wretched thing called the... Still the best laid plans of mice.
And men.
What? What have men got to do with it?
What have men got to do with it? Just trying to finish the phrase.
So your brain was a part of the penultimate configuration of the computer program?
Of the what, eh?
The mice seem to think that the question might be buried somewhere in your brain. They want to buy it off you.
Oh, well, that's all right, isn't it? Who'd miss it?
Thank you.
Who'd miss it? Hey, that's a hell of a... Bro. How does that work? Buying a brain off somebody. He's still using it.
All you'd have to do is program it to say what, and I don't understand, and where's the T, and who know the difference?
What?
See what I mean?
Yo!
Emergency, emergency, hostile alien police in Section 8A.
Question to the answer of life, the universe, and everything. Think of the issues at stake.
Which way?
Understand how much money we can all make appearing on chat shows?
Cortez in a mad rush, but he can't get caught by the police. He done stole that spaceship. So, oh, what is that?
Over there.
This way. Yeah, this way.
Okay, Beagle Box, hold it right there. We got you covered.
This way.
We don't want to shoot.
Yeah, look like you're covered either way you look at it.
Back to the left.
Hey, I thought you said you didn't want to shoot us.
It isn't easy being a cop.
I think we have enough problems of our own having you out there shooting at us, so if you'd like to avoid laying your personal...
You're not dealing with any dumb, two-bit, trigger-pumping morons. We're a couple of caring, intelligent guys. You'd probably really like...
What the hell?
I go around gratuitously shooting people, and then I agonize them.
I'm in a mean mood.
So are you gonna come quietly, or are you gonna let us blast you?
Which would you prefer?
They want to shoot you, of course. They're cops.
You still there?
As bad as the aim is, they must have been trained in the U.S.
We didn't enjoy that at all.
Okay, shoot. I mean, fire away.
And let us beat you up a little, though not too much, because we are firmly opposed to needless violence.
But that's crazy. You wouldn't do that.
Yes, we would.
Sounds like they're very undecided on exactly who they are as cops.
Tell her.
You tell her.
It isn't easy being a cop.
If we keep him talking, maybe that brains will seize up.
Just gotta get them to keep talking, eh?
It should have been nice running into you again, Zephyr.
What the hell are you doing?
This is an ancient Beetlejuice death anthem.
Okay, so that episode was something else, right? It was not what I was expecting for an episode. Mice that we found out about the mice, but this one, I don't know, him being taken and given the images of the second greatest computer, right? Images of that, and then 7.5 million years that were they waited, and then the mice trying to buy his brain off of him, and only to end up right there with the cops shooting at him. This is the weird. This one might be like, I don't know. This episode right here, it's ended on a cliffhanger, but everything leading up to it's like, what? What? Oh, this overarching story is just so wild. And I think that's one of the charms to it, and that's one of the things that you keep watching because you try to make sense of some of it. Lord have mercy. Talking about turning things on its head. Oh, it's not humans taking and doing experiments on mice. No, mice use the earth and humans for experiments. Bro. I hope y'all enjoyed this. Y'all have a good each other. Love yourselves. Peace.